Hear from Joe Thielen on the run in a hotel somewhere in the United States after felony abuse on an entire field of shooters.
Hear about a new shooter's first ever clean on a skill stage.
Then we're going to hear about a couple of the matches coming up this weekend. We've got the Hodgdon Punisher Positional and the MDT Midsummer Madness, and a stacked group of shooters at both matches. So stay tuned and see who's going to win.
I got a question for you. So you, as far as I know, probably tinker with more different things than anybody in the PRS, at least as far as guys that shoot well. And most guys that tinker a lot really don't shoot all that well. So are you just practicing that much with it to get comfortable before you show up? Or does it all feel similar enough that you don't notice a huge difference and you're just going for that extra little, impact a year type of thing?
I think that is the rational way to look at it. That's exactly how I should look at it. I think with me, unfortunately, this is psychological trauma, weird stuff in my brain from growing up. My dad with tennis, he would tinker with strings, every different type of string, and then you have the tension of it, how tight, how loose are you stringing it. So it was not uncommon on the tennis court to have 8 different rackets strung 6 different ways. And from doing that just year after year, I just got used to trying so much stuff that it just was always comfortable to change stuff. And then goes to the feel. Yes, there's a certain feel I have. If something deviates and changes too much, yeah, we're that's an instant shutdown on that. And then I think it goes to the competitiveness. I want to win so bad and beat all of y'all that almost like Phil Mickelson trying drivers. I'm willing to try every fuck. I want no stone unturned. So I'm gonna try every single one of these to see if it's that. Just does it even just give me a smidge more confidence? That's
Right.
super valuable for me. So yeah, that's probably where the tinkering kind of the source of it and why I do it. Has it hurt me? Fuck yeah, it's hurt me. Hurt me bad in quite a few matches where I just, maybe had the wrong profile in a Kestrel or took the wrong ammo to a match even once. Just stupid stuff when you're trying, you got 25 GT, tied even 25-47 for a bit, 6x47, 6.5x47, 6-dasher, 6G. I mean, all of them. And you have to, and I'm not an organized person. So sorry, Beamer, I was finishing
What
telling.
an amazing addition to the podcast this has been. Gets on, makes racket, and just starts sneezing in our ears. Like, what quality content
Well,
this is.
you jackwagons started the podcast early.
We had testing.
Someone's got to save the ratings over here, Beamer.
Fair
So
enough.
last year when you were when you won all those matches in a row, and then you sucked and you lost one, and then you won 2 more. How many different things did you use as far as like scopes, chassis, actions, triggers, calibers? Like, how much of it was the same? How much of it was different?
I think I've tested everything enough that I'm pretty set on my chassis. I'm pretty set on my trigger. Those, I guess, since those are more feel, I don't like my hands are always on the chassis and my fingers always on the trigger. So those, I think I've locked in there for now. And yeah, everything.
But during that streak, how
Yeah,
much did
I
that?
guess
Did you need
how
to
much did
change?
let's see, optic, man. I think those were just cartridges. Everything was the
Really?
same except cartridges. The Box Canyon, that was suppressor only match, so that was
Mhm.
fine. So yeah, other than just 6x47, 6-dasher, yeah, the 25 GT at Box Canyon, that was all. Everything else, yeah, stayed the same. So I think
Okay.
I've hopefully passed some of that stuff of needing to test. Although, I mean, I could feel the heart racing this morning when I see the 120s are out, and I'm like, oh, I gotta test these 120s, and this is like I'm some kind of addict. I'm like, okay, who can I call and get some? I need some. And finally, yeah, found on Euro Optic. I was like, okay, I can order them. But yeah, so that's now I want to test that. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna, kind of shut that down as much as I can.
I was talking with Bushman earlier, and he's been messing with the 120s for quite a while, and
Saw
he
the post. Saw the
his
post.
he's talking about, which gun he's taking to Punisher this weekend, and he gave me a couple different options. I was like, man, it's a no brainer. You got to use the 120. Somebody's got to be the first person to win one with him. So go
Oh,
for it.
did Kale? I thought Kale was using them. Did he not win a couple of his matches?
I can't answer that, I guess.
Okay,
I mean, I know he's had them, but I don't know if he
okay. I
showed
don't
them
know
in
if
a
he.
match.
Oh, he may not have shot him in a match. Okay, well, my bad. Yeah, I just saw a post where he had been using them, and I made that assumption. My fault.
And I don't know how much, I guess I just don't know how that stuff works. If he just, grabs off the shelf ammo, being a day MU, or if he can load some of his ammo sometimes. I don't really have any concept
Yeah.
of how that works. Curious
we-
if Beamer's done with setup for the match this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty much. Got the course fires all written, and still got to finish up the match book. But Derek's out there working on the range, mowing, making it pretty. But yeah, the match is all set and ready.
I
Should be a
mean,
good one.
obviously it's a driving mower and he's probably not pounding T posts because his hands are too delicate. So
That's
how's
true.
that stuff getting done?
Well, he has a tractor with a bat
Yeah,
wing,
well,
so
that'll do it.
yeah. I mean, we got like 180 acres to mow out there, so it's it ain't a push mower situation.
I don't see him that often. Has he upgraded to tall white socks and New Balances yet?
I think when he's mowing, yeah, he does wear the appropriate dad outfit just to lock in, really fucking nail the stripes. But yeah, yeah, he's obsessed with making sure everything is mowed and looking nice. But somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to. Or you just let the cows do it, which is how I operate.
Yep, yep, yep. We don't have any of those. They would destroy all of our berms like they do
They
at Twin Peaks for me sometimes.
Yeah, they love to use those things as a scratching post too. It's so annoying. They knock a target off, then they bend the T post over, and then they stomp on the target enough that you got to go digging trying to find it.
Yeah, pretty much at Twin Peaks, Ryan runs cattle on the north side of the range, and he puts them on immediately after Box Canyon is done. And every year I have to go out when I'm getting ready for Box Canyon and just rebuild that whole side of the range because all the cattle have just knocked everything down, and it's a good time. Good
They taste
times.
good, but they sure are annoying.
They're not very smart. I think that's that's why we
Cows are
that's
not
why
very
we eat them
smart.
so much.
That's a low bar if they're not as smart as humans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the match is looking good. Should be fun.
Yeah,
Lots
y'all got a pretty solid list. I forgot I'd had no time to prep for picks or anything and just pulled it up. Got some
yeah,
got some good squads out there.
yeah. I haven't really looked at anybody as far as picks. I mean, I know generally who's signed up, but we've got
Yeah.
got a good turnout, and it should be really fun. Running
Yeah.
a running a 17 squad match, which I know Clay you think is loathsome, but there are other things to consider,
That's a
such
cool
as match flow.
range though.
Well, I mean, the sport was made to find out who shoots the best, so I think that's probably priority number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's been I agree.
yeah, yeah. And we'll still find that. I'm confident.
Maybe
Oh, we will. We will. I mean,
you'll find out who
you're not gonna
hits
be
the
there.
most targets. Well, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I thought about that as some of the matches have gotten so efficiently run and we're finishing so much earlier. There was a couple of venues. I mean, Twisted Barrel went there in July a couple years ago, and man, talk about Little Rock in the summertime. Get some heat out there, and we got done. And I kind of grew up doing that. I played junior tennis all in the southeast, so every summer I'm out in the heat, just running around, and so that's kind of feel like I was like, oh man, if we can just drag this out and we'll get rid of a lot of these people just from the heat alone, and then we're just rolling through. And it's like, yeah, all right, we're done. It's noon. I'm like, man, they don't even have time to break for me. I got no time to break these guys. So I don't know. That's just my thinking on it. But I mean, it is nice when you're sitting around early afternoon and you are done, and it is hot as hell out there, and it's like, okay, well, that's kind of nice
Yeah, it's
to be
gonna be a
done.
little toasty. The biggest thing I'm looking at in the forecast is, it looks like on Saturday and Sunday afternoon, we've got some rain and storms rolling in, and
So,
I'd rather not be in those.
okay, well, that's fair if you got stuff like that coming in to try and rush some stuff.
Yeah, nah,
How
it'll be
many
good.
Pretty
how many
windy.
stages are you
18,
running on each day?
18
18.
stages. Oh, each day. We'll
Mhm.
probably run 9 and 9. We
I like that.
might
What
run 10
was
stages on day 1, just kind of look at see what we're looking at for when we're finishing up. But
okay?
no more than 10 stages on day 1. That'd be the max.
Whenever we shot the finale this year at War, there was that 12 or 13 position barricade, the
The
War
war
barricade,
barricade. Yep.
and I'm sitting there and I'm strategizing where I'm going, why, just to make it as quick as possible. And, gigantic target, and go to the very first shot. And I mean, you got this IPSC and I break it like off the edge right here. And I was like, oh my gosh, I missed the very first shot and just hits the edge, just bigger than Dallas. I was like, oh my gosh, broke it off plate and got lucky, got a hit, and then rolled from there. As soon as that shot hit, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a good day. When you
Well,
do
yeah.
something wrong and you get a hit, you know it's
Well,
gonna be
that
a good
was
one.
that would have been a massive miss for you at that time,
Yeah,
given the battle that, y'all three, but it obviously in our squad that you and Morgan had, which was awesome to watch because I was so out of it at that point that I actually got to pay attention to y'all. And that was cool. It's like, this is a front row seat of an epic battle where Morgan is like, I felt the pressure for Morgan that day. I don't know. I'd love to know what he felt, but I felt nervous for him. I thought that was an epic day, big day for his career, his
for
legacy.
sure.
That was, and he flat out he made that mistake on the first stage with his timer
Yeah, timed out
timed
on
out.
Pierce barricade.
Ooh,
Oof.
ouch! I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh
Off.
boy, he just doesn't have it today. This is going to be terrible. And then he just lit up and recovered, and that was just such an awesome performance to watch.
You, that was a really interesting stage because Squad One and the stage that everybody sees more than anything else. And what do we have? Two, maybe three people clean it, and most guys timed out on it, and in zero wind. There wasn't a breath of wind at that point
Nothing,
in the morning.
nothing.
And I've chewed on that and tried to figure out why. Was it just everybody's trying to be so perfect to get that point? One of the things that I was noticing is that everybody with the brake, especially that cloud of gas, would just sit there. It wasn't going anywhere,
It was
and
just
so I don't know if like
there.
seeing was part of that. It was any other match I've never seen anything like that on the Pierce barricade in any conditions.
Oh, I mean, you shoot that thing first thing in the morning, clear conditions, it's just automatic, moving on.
Yeah, that's when people are getting their 40-second times.
And that's me saying the PRS barricade's automatic. So, yeah, if it yeah, that was weird. I do agree with the cloud of I remember it just living right in that space. I'm like, wow, that's not going anywhere. Gotta go ahead and send one. Yeah, at some point you're gonna have to talk about your match, Clay. But I don't know if
Oh,
Beamer, if we're still on Punisher, if we need to discuss any other Punishers. Oh, I guess we'll pick at some point, but
we
Yeah,
may
I
as
think
well wait for Joe to talk about the match because he's probably going to want to rib me about a couple of
awesome.
things from
Awesome.
the
Well,
weekend.
that's right. You wait for Joe, of course. At some point, Beamer, I'd love to hear your opinion too. We were talking about 1-day matches, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
seems to be a lot of, you know, really good shooters shooting 1-day matches. Should they not? And that, and is that something you've
I
heard
th-
about, think other shooters think
I
about?
I think good shooters should absolutely shoot 1-day matches. I mean, it's the best form of training anyone can do is shooting a match rather than just going out and burning rounds. And yeah, sure, if you guys show up to a 1-day match, are you probably going to win? Yeah, you probably going to win. And if, in my opinion, I think that just is given the other regional level competitors an idea of what they need to be striving for as far as performance. And you guys walk away with the trophy, you earned it. You guys are the best shooters in the world among them. And yeah, I love having my top shooters come and shoot my matches, and it just makes it just makes everybody get better because they know what they need to strive for. And I tend to set up my 1-bay matches a little bit easier. I've had a couple of them get cleaned by some of my top shooters locally, and I think that's fine.
Okay.
Um,
So you don't mind if that top shooter came, won each kind of regional match and then also won kind of the season finale there? No, just, he's the best. That's what he wanted to do.
yeah, I mean
Okay.
I think
I
that's
see that point. That point absolutely exists. Clay, I mean, what do you think?
So I know, at least when I started, like everybody was shooting 1-day matches. Like Austin, Tate, Wade, Rick Reeves, Justin, Colin. Like everybody was shooting them. And so you'd show up, and it may as well be a 2-day match. I mean, it's stacked with talent, and so it was fantastic practice. And I think that that's one of the reasons that Oklahoma got as many good shooters as we have, is that
Sure.
you're shooting top tier matches every couple of weeks, whatever it was, rather than having to go travel across the country to get it done. And after I think 2019 was the last time that I was shooting club matches, maybe 2020. But I stopped shooting them.
I got a
In
I got a jug of water right here that says it was 2020.
2020. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, is that Border Wars, or what was that?
Yeah, I think it was Border Wars at yep, Border Wars at Twin Peaks. This is your jug that you bowed out of. And see this is another reason why like I support top shooters coming in and shooting regional matches. And I think you did a hell of a thing at that match, and you bowed out at the end of it because you won it. And it ended up going the win ended up going to me. But and that was a cool thing to do. I've done it a couple of times at my matches where somebody is where I've taken first place at one of my matches, and then somebody that is in place that has never won a match before, I was like, I'll bow out of this one. You guys, you get the 100 points, you get the first place trophy. But when you did that to me, it didn't make me feel bad. I just felt really good that I was able to hang within a couple of shots of you at that match. Just so I think it's just another thing that's my perspective of it anyway.
I mean, that's what I started doing, is, like at Justin's, whenever he was doing all of those regional matches, and I was going, I didn't need the regional points because I'd be qualified for the finale already, and there are guys that are trying to get to the finale with the regional series, so I'd go
Yeah.
shooting for practice, and then I would just have my name taken off the score sheet. That way, whoever finished next is still going to get their 100 points, and it's not going to like mess anything up for people that are like trying to get to the finale that way. And
Well, of course, you would have qualified through the top 150 or whatever top anything it was. I mean, that wouldn't have been a thing.
yeah, so I
You
Well,
just
wouldn't
didn't
have
want to
been
mess it up
taking
for
a
anybody
spot.
else.
Okay.
well,
I didn't.
that
Well, if they were taking the top X number, and so I'm just making up numbers. But if second place got 95 points or 90 or 85 or whatever the heck the number is,
Okay. I got
rather
you.
than 100, it might have kept them from being able to get to the finale that way.
Roger.
Um, I stopped shooting them. I guess it was after 2020 then. And I was curious, Jeff, how often you practice? Because I think I'm sure it's different for everybody. But Austin and I and the other Austin, a lot of guys have talked about this. Me and Austin have about one practice session a year, and it's normally the weekend before the finale. But other than that, we just kind of just show up to matches. We'll run our gun out, a couple days before the match to make sure that like the gun works, because that's to me the most important thing, is that your gun is doing what you want it to do, and then
Yeah.
you show up and you shoot.
Yeah. So yeah, how often do I practice? Man, not much. I just can't anymore. It's just hurt positionally. I can get down there, get prone, I can get on benches, but I mean, the knee's actually getting a little bit better. That's good news. But shoulder just lifting, moving these heavy bastards around. It just my shoulder, man, practicing. just not there. So but I practice prone. I can just keep the hope alive. Every round I send, literally, I'm like, maybe this, this supervision, maybe one day I'm going to see these things. So I'm going to keep sending them because I love keep the hope alive. And I'll do that maybe once right now, once a week max, once every other week probably. And if there is a 1-day match, sometimes I go, but I didn't want to go and just do all that. So I started just doing 1 days. That's my practice.
Mhm.
But and then I've translated that into now I'm breaking in a barrel there. That's where I'm testing out my new crazy ideas is at a 1-day match. And yeah, I finally just this weekend went and shot a 1-day match, but yeah, it was at Alabama. Texted Levi, I was like, "Hey, dude, I don't want to shoot the damn match. I just want to come break in my barrel." I was like, "Can I just run? I'll run the squad. We'll get us through and everything after they shoot, score them, do all that. I'm just gonna, take 10 shots here real quick and move on." And did that and was trying to help a new squad. Holy cow, we had 5 new guys. Boy, I was overwhelmed there. That was tough. But back to the original point, I did that just to have fun, and that was great. And I'm okay either way. If a shooter wants to go and get points and get trophies, but then I was like, man, if I go and try to compete with my breaking in of barrels, trying this, do I want the guy that beats me to, hey man, I just beat Jeff Gary, this and that. And it's like, do I rob him of that win? It's like, yeah, you beat me, man. But so now I think if you want to try try me, I'll be in the 2 days. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
1 days,
I
I'm
think
just gonna go have fun, and it was awesome. These new guys, man, seeing that passion, the excitement. There was a guy, I think it was his 3rd match. He has yet to clean a stage. He rolls up on the PRS barricade, just hammers, gets all 10, and you would have thought he like just hit the game-winning shot at the NBA Finals. He was jumping up, yeah. I mean, high-fiving everybody, and like I took a step back. I was like, man, have I ever seen that? And it was so cool just how excited he was. Yeah, I've been doing this, had this rifle, been shooting this match. I just wanted to clean the stage, and he did. And I felt we've now exchanged numbers. We're gonna go practice out at the local range. He lives not too far away, and it was cool to see that passion. It kind of reminded me of when I first started. That
Mhm.
excitement, that love. Before you lose all your money and go down that. Maybe I should tell him no. I'll save him. Oh man,
just
dilemmas.
like just tell him to write you $100,000 check and find a new hobby. It'll be
Yeah,
cheaper for you.
but yeah, the final point was that was one of the best days of shooting, and I made so many mental mistakes because I was not even close to focused. And I actually have that skill stage on film because I was filming myself, and that dude's not the initial reaction, but then he goes and talks to Savannah Wilson, who was photographing, and did you get that on camera? And so that is on my recording, and that's what reminded me. I was like, oh my gosh, I actually caught that. That's pretty cool. I may have to show that because that was neat. Um, but yeah, regional. That is how I'm gonna do my regional matches from now on because that was the best day in a long
Yeah,
time.
Very
I
cool.
think I think that's a great way to do it. I mean, you're helping new guys out, and you're
Yeah, hadn't
helping
done
grow the
that.
sport.
Been selfish. So yeah,
And
new
what a
guys.
treat that like 5 new shooters got to squad with a guy that's won 15 matches or whatever
Well,
number you're at.
apparently they had researched. They sought me out. It was not random. Or Levi just was like, I'm gonna drown this guy today. Just because
I mean, if
that's not Levi, but maybe he just wanted to. I did beat him in the online precision rifle sim. He might be a little upset about that, and he's like, I'm throwing all the new guys in there to drown
if
me. And that was overwhelming, all those new guys trying to score 5 people. That's not the way to do it. So I would rather be on the side watching them shoot, coaching them, and so trying to score them properly. Spot, nah. Oh, that's tough. Go
I mean,
ahead,
it
sorry,
probably
go ahead.
wasn't raining. It's what we were talking about. You know, when you squat, people probably instantly try to get in there.
I did think of that when they told me that, so I was like, all
But
right. But now they're gonna see this and they're like, oh, that's the real Jeff. No, I'm staying away from that. I mean, come on. Oh,
But I don't know about you guys, but when I keep going to matches and going to the range, I'm constantly getting comments on people listening to the podcast and stuff. So
that's cool. You do okay.
it's interesting. I mean, I'm getting a lot of people commenting on it. So we are making some sort of an influence, good or bad.
yeah,
Well,
but
good.
people are at least watching. I do know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that new guy thing was just like that is yeah, as far as growing the game. I mean, seeing that excitement, it's like, man, that's yeah, got to get them out there.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as like the regional deal, I don't think there's anything wrong with top
Nah,
shooters going, but I think
nah.
that if they're truly like top shooters, they're going to the finale, blah blah blah, that they probably should just like not either recuse himself or just not be allowed to like pick up trophies and stuff like that. Just use it as like practice or whatever. Because I really think that's where we're trying to grow it is get guys coming to 1 day matches, and I think it helps them get better faster shooting against guys like you. I mean,
No, that was my reason for starting in the first place. When I first started and would go to K&M, and some days Shannon Kay would shoot with us. Some days, Matt Utroska, who was big back then. Some days Brian Allen. I mean, so some Greg Bell was big. He had won the Southeast a couple times. And when I got there and found out they were not shooting that day, sometimes oh, dang it. Today was the day to see where we're at. And so that was kind of my reason for, okay, well now I want to go show some of these guys that okay, this exists also. Uh because yeah, watching new guys, dude, I forgot what it was like being a new guy and the amount of stuff you need to know to be
Yeah.
mildly I was just, where do I even start? We got lightweight bags that are super small, turned the wrong way, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was,
it's always
oh,
bag placement and
I guess I thought
having
that
your dope written down. It's like, oh, it's stuff that we all take for granted.
I thought the information at this point with all the avenues of these, the info was there that people okay, must at least have, heavy fill, whatever. And I mean, the must have items and the fact that I saw a lot of not what I would have thought is these are the must have items. So maybe they just didn't do research. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I did research before I went and shot my first match. So I wanted to at least show up properly and, good on them getting out there. Uh, but yeah, dang, they just had the wrong stuff and struggled for a while. Finally, hey, it's like it's hard to tell another guy what to do. Is that hard for y'all?
I mean, I'm pretty used to it
I
now.
guess y'all get used to it. I haven't done that as much, so I don't want to just be like, hey, I guess by the end of it, I was throwing bags at guys, but early
I'll
on,
normally just go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I was just hesitant to possibly insult someone
I'll
like
normally just
apparently.
ask somebody and like, hey, are you looking to like get some help or no? Just because I don't
Good
want to
tip.
like
Good tip.
offer it if they don't want it, but if they want it, I'm happy to give it.
Yeah.
Because some people do just want to figure it out themselves.
Yep.
So, um, that's my avenue of doing that. Um, so if your shoulders are really as bad as you're saying that they are you about to go
It's
sportsman?
it's just the left. It's just the right. Boy, I've thought about it, but I've seen the guys that have attempted so far that you would have thought have done pretty good, and the result was not pretty good. So I'm a little hesitant to go down that, but I would actually pick one up and throw it on a bag and see what it felt like shooting it if it wasn't horrific. Would I consider it? Would no, because that's right. Me and my buddy spent like 3 hours Friday night diagnosing all of my problems, which we didn't even get halfway through. But my head would not allow me to leave. I'm a stats guy, so I cannot abandon open division with 4 like top 10 black bullets running. Like if I don't make it this year, then yes, I would. But and it's sad to say, I'm like, damn it, if I finish top 10, I'm gonna have to do it again next year. And I am, Clay. I'm gonna have to. There's no way around it. So I guess it's kind of a win-win situation for me at the finale this year. It might relax me. Maybe I'll shoot great and win the damn golden bullet. But uh yeah, if I don't even get a top 10 bullet, I might actually be relieved, as sad as that is to say.
I have a feeling that it would just drive you, and you try to make sure it never happened again.
Maybe.
You're plagued by
Maybe.
success.
Well, at some
Just
point,
enough.
I don't want to be like a 62-year-old dude that just can't move because I just drove myself into the ground. But we'll see.
I was
Looking
trying
forward.
to on my phone. You were talking about the Sportsman. I did low development for Ken's Sportsman rifle, and I was trying to find the video on my phone because I do it all through like a trigger cam and whatnot, so that people can see the groups that they're going to get before they get their gun back. And that way, there's no wondering, like, did he do a good job or did he not? Like, if the person can't shoot once they get the gun back, there's a pretty good evidence that it's the nut behind the bolt that's the problem. And I was going to try and send it, onto the computer to show you guys, what a sportsman's rifle, like what it looks like through, you know, just to see that, the difference of what you're used to seeing versus what that is. But I'll try that later because it's not
Oh,
pulling up.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That seems like a nice policy, but I mean, you could put that trigger cam on anything. How would
You
they know the
could,
difference?
because I have a second camera placed in front of me that's videoing me as I'm shooting it so that they can see it's their gun, their scope, their everything while I'm actively shooting it, and I sync the cameras up. So
Yeah, but with AI nowadays, I mean,
yeah.
easily.
What I really do is I just go to Cabela's and I just get a whole bunch of ammo, I repackage it, and I just, like you said, use AI, make a whole new
There you go.
video. So changing
Hmm.
conditions, cloudy one day, windy one day, sunny, just
Yeah,
all that stuff. Real quick,
yeah,
real quick,
yeah.
buddy.
I'm on to you. I'm on to you.
All right, I'm gonna share the screen for the for Punisher here. Actually, before Punisher, let's go through and see how our picks from
oh,
last week
dude,
went.
I really think picks here are they're having influence. People are hearing this. I was trying to ask y'all, have y'all never, I guess we hadn't been doing the pick stuff, but you ever heard like something said about before a match? Oh yeah, Beamer, there's no chance he finishes, top 10 here or something. And then you get wind of that and we about to prove that
I
thing
don't.
wrong.
I got a text.
I don't have to worry about that kind of talk personally, but
Okay.
I see your meaning.
I
I'm
got a text
sure.
from this guy almost immediately after the show dropped. He's like, "Man, have you really lost that much faith in me?" I was like, "I just don't have faith in your ability to click the right class because
Yeah.
he's burned me
It's
too many
nothing
times." And I
with the
said, "Okay,
shooting.
it's
Yeah.
sportsman. It's not your shooting. It's the
Yeah.
class that you're in."
Yeah.
But he obviously shot like like himself. Pulled another top 5, one of a
Yeah.
million.
He's back.
Um,
Uh,
but looks like
yeah, I
Fitzsimmons
don't know what
either
happened there.
no showed or Indeed. Same thing with Kindle. But really, not sure how much it mattered, Jeff. It looks like a good old fashioned beating on this one.
Yeah, that's fair. There's no way I can talk myself into a win there. That is a thorough beating.
I mean, we did knock out 4 of the top 5, but did not
Yeah, old
did
Steve
not crush
MC,
it
man. I
afterwards.
think when you brought him up, and I mean, he was gonna be probably top 10 no matter what. But I mean, third, he showed he was in there for a little bit. I mean,
He came to play.
Ryan just was, yeah, he was kind of unstoppable that weekend. It appears.
Sorry.
No biggie. So Northern Lights, you know, went my way as far as the number 1 pick, but as far as the
But
overall, Jeff,
not
you rolled us.
Yeah, that was fairly solid.
dang.
I it's
And
something.
Ken's getting too comfortable, leaving trash talk notes in the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
You know, I I feel like this even isn't even a fair comment saying it's hard to get back-to-back wins at the same venue. It's hard to win at any venue, really.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
very hard to do back-to-back at any venue. I agree.
Yeah. A lot of talk for Mr. One Rimfire win in his career, isn't it?
who we oh,
Is that
Ken.
is that Mr. Wheeler? Yeah.
Yeah. One lone Rimfire win that nobody
Huh.
else was even shooting at.
Oh, yikes. I hope that is what's clipped and gets pushed out to people, leading up to the podcast here.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That's one thing on that video that I'm going to try and find it once we get busy doing picks. Like you see the gun shooting, I'm actively talking trash to Ken, saying like, if you can't go win, top sportsman with this, like you should probably just retire.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
He's no, I don't think he hasn't had a sportsman win. I know he's pulled off a couple of production
Has he
wins.
not? I'll have to pull up his.
I'm not
his
sure.
resume.
I could be wrong on that. I know he's had production wins. I don't know if he pulled off a sportsman. But back to your point about how the sportsman rifles are to shoot, and they are not easy.
Yeah.
You
I'm afraid of that.
you need to like tune yourself up with like a 308 first. It almost seems like.
So I'm going to show something real quick. I found it while we're waiting on Derek. I texted him to get in the call. So here is in Wheeler's sportsman rifle.
Okay.
So this is 600 yards. There might be a bit of a delay in me talking or shooting or whatever. So Jeff, on that white plate there, that little black dot, that's what we call seeing an impact on plate.
That white one. Oh yeah. I see that one there. Those are the worst though, when you do hit a white plate and don't see anything and you get that panic and then you realize it's at the hanger. Okay, so that's stacked. I think I saw that.
Yep. So all three of those, I mean, they're same spot at 600, and I'm just
okay. That's
the
600.
trigger cam kind of came loose. You'll see as it gets real dark here, but this is a 4-inch that I'm going to launch for that.
I don't even see. Oh, it's orange, maybe.
Yep, it's orange. You'll see it once the shot goes off, but the trigger cam, obviously started slipping a little bit.
I'm getting like PTSD just watching this. I'm like, I'm not going to see nothing.
Doink.
Oh, it moved. I want to say it hit left. Yeah.
So there's Ken's excuses out the window. Got him good dope.
Yeah.
Got him a good shooting gun.
But I've seen his trigger pull, and it's good. So I think that's the part of the problem. If you do the low development,
have y'all ever?
I tuned the load for a slap. I probably should have told him that.
Can you hear me?
That's better.
That's some solid hair, y'all. That's
I told you.
I see what
he wasn't
y'all were not kidding.
He wasn't going to come in here slipping.
What's up, Derek? I don't think we've actually ever met. I'm
no,
Jeff.
but I'm watching podcasts and I've been laughing at you without even meeting you, so it worked.
Perfect.
Derek's either been on minoxidil or he just got back from Turkey. Like he's showing off a hairline. That was no accident. The angle that he was giving us right there.
Yeah, it was me taking off the headphones because I thought they was going to work, and they did not.
Well, let me just take off my headphones and show this hairline real quick. Like 14 different ways to take off those headphones without getting right in that camera. So
they were muddy.
Well played, sir.
My tractor stuck at the range getting ready.
What's stuck at the range getting ready?
I said it was muddy today because I got my tractor stuck at the range getting it ready for the match.
Well, how are you going to drag cars out? Because the people are going to drive down the wrong road.
We got the Humvee for that. We'll just have to change the shooting position.
Yeah. We'll just shoot that stage standing, kneeling, sitting.
What a blast.
Make an old boat simulator.
There you go.
Well, now that we got you on here, we're going to catch you up a little bit, but I'm going to bring the picks back on screen just so that you can get acclimated to who you need to be looking at here.
Okay.
So, we talked to Beamer about it a bit. You've got the range all set up, ready to go, nice and manicured.
Yep, finally got that all done. Got the tractor out and I'm gonna do some weed eating and dragging rock tomorrow, and we should be ready. I gotta move the helicopter still. Sorry, Beamer.
No, that's all right. I know you'll get her done.
Yep.
Just as long as the grass is nice and tight, that's all that really matters.
That's really the only important part. Course fire doesn't really matter. So
No, it doesn't.
Facts. So you guys do have a pretty good lineup showing up at this one. This is gonna be a tight one. This guy right here, man, he's been showing up week in and week out over here.
I mean,
Yeah,
he is,
Joseph is
and
a
all of
is a
them have
beast.
been very solid matches, I think. Yeah, he shot great at Magnolia. He's been
He finished 5th last weekend. Is that right?
Tied for second, but I think he got third.
Okay. Tied you for second.
Yeah, y'all had a lot of ties.
A lot of
Goodness.
ties for second. A lot of
Goodness.
ties.
Goodness
You know,
gracious.
it's the first time in my career that speed on the tiebreaker got me a placement. First time.
I
Wow.
almost wasn't even sure what to say.
I
was like, how did he beat 5 other people on the skills stage?
Well, I was one of 2 people to clean both tiebreakers, so that
Both
was
tiebreakers. That's
that was the real deal there. I've had it bump me, from being the only person to clean a tiebreaker, but that's the first time where time did it for me.
Derek, have you ever won a skill stage?
I don't think so.
I
think I've gotten really close on a few of them, but actually won at Conway on a one-day match one time, but that was about it.
Yeah.
I've won 2, surprisingly.
I thought I was finally going to get one on this one because the wind's blowing 20. It's a headwind. People are using anything from 2 or 3 tenths right to 6 or 7 tenths left. And I shot it in like 69 seconds, and the last squad's rolling up. And I think there's only one person that had broken 80 other than me at that point. I was like, it's not even the speed that's going to get it done. It's almost unhittable right now, that far target. It was the 8-inch at 500. It just felt unhittable for a lot of guys. And my squad, I think I was the only person that cleaned it. And I was like, yeah, I've got it. And then Joseph goes in there. He cleans it a couple seconds faster than me. And then like 2 guys later, beats him by 2 seconds. In that last squad. So I almost got one. I had the text message all loaded up for Ben because he's won 62 of those things. And I was like, oh, buddy, I finally got one. And I did not finally get one.
That would have been a good over-under on Ben. Like if you said 58 or so, I wouldn't have known. If I would have guessed over, actually. So, yeah, 62 of them. Or are you just guessing that, or does he have 62 of them?
I mean, how many matches has he shot? Take that -1. And that's probably that one. Yeah. At K&N this year, he lost it by what, like half a second, something like that. He won the previous 6 at K&M.
Man, that's a record people need to know about.
It's wild, like it's not just cleaning it and going fast, but like it's doing it better than everybody repeatedly. That's crazy.
Year after year. Yeah.
We used to think that like 40, 45 seconds was unbelievable when it was a 4-position stage, and he's, sub 40 at the 10-shot stage.
Yeah, just where it's going. Wow.
Yep.
So I don't know if it's because of the hair. I'm going to guess not, because that's a pretty highly contested award. There's another Derek that would fight him for best hair in PRS. Watts would fight him on it.
My buddy Brandon Burnett, he doesn't shoot as much anymore, but he was a big hair guy, and I don't think he was quite at y'all's level. He was probably a marksman, but he wanted to be y'all. He wanted the pro status.
Somebody gets left on that is Tate Streeter. When that guy grows out his hair, he's got some flowing locks.
Okay.
Does he?
That's kind of surprising. I'd need to see some pictures
one year
of that.
The top hair of the PRS. I need to go back in my memory, see if I can find that.
You got my vote for now. I can't.
I got a one-man show right now.
You got it.
Well, now since I took a little hiatus, but I'm back, I think.
Yeah.
The hiatus was that trip to Turkey, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, since seems like that's how we're going through and picking. Sorry, Jeff and Beamer.
No, it's perfect. I had four kind of guys I was looking at, and I'll hopefully have one of them. It'll be an easy pick.
I'm just gonna rig the scores at the end, so
I mean, that's the way to do it. Honestly,
whoever I get.
it's an underrated strategy that's gonna
Yeah.
get it done. So let's hear it, Derek. Who do you got with your first pick?
Man, so Bushman's had 1 year here. The Kudelek's kind of on a run right now. Joseph Sixth is a shooter, positional. Nick
So
Barnes,
hold on,
if he just put 2
isn't
days
Morgan?
together.
Isn't
Morgan
Morgan
is,
coming?
yeah, Morgan signed up.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
his name is not on the list.
Oh, that's
he
sneaky.
Made the
that
list,
is
Beamer.
no, he's signed up. He signed up months ago.
Oh no, it's just Ken Wheeler sucks at
Unclassed.
Excel. Look
Yeah,
at this. Ken Wheeler sucks at
Maybe
Excel.
we should check.
unclassed.
Yeah, check through a few more of those. Let's make sure we're not missing.
Yeah, Morgan King, unclassed. The
What a
defending PRS champion, unclassed.
Okay.
What kind of a? I just thought Toongate was down there too, marked as
I mean,
unclassed.
Big Shear's down
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
What the heck?
My gosh, I remember my first time using Excel.
This is worse than me.
It's terrible, unacceptable, really.
Wow.
No wonder he's handed off the reins. He's slipping.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you give up on trying to win this match?
You know, second that many times, you just got to cut your losses at a certain point. You know,
Oh, come on. How many seconds?
enough that I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, it's that many, so that's at least 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's got to be a
This
PRS
is
probably at
record,
least
the most
3.
amount of seconds.
I have by far the most seconds. It's really not close,
No,
unfortunately.
you did. I did look the other day. You did. I was
How many
making
is
like
it?
a Mount Rushmore of
I
my
don't know how
PRS
many
guys.
it is, but it's
I think it was like
probably
16,
I was gonna say
17,
it's somewhere
18.
between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
You know, Grant Watson, he made that spreadsheet and posted it. I never looked at any of that stuff before, and he had like everybody listed and their number of wins, seconds, thirds, blah blah blah. That was the only reason I ever found out. And like once I saw that, I was like, huh, that's not exactly what you like to see. And then I just keep on tacking two.
Do you
It's
have
funny because it's awesome finish, but it's exactly as you say, it's not something you like to see.
Yeah.
You know what I always say is that I run into a buzzsaw a lot. Like I'll have a really, really good match and just get destroyed by somebody. Just
Dude, that was
having a weekend.
one thing I wanted to ask you is, how many times have you shot what you would consider kind of your A game material and gotten beat? That has to be very few.
That's hard to say. Like matches where I thought like, okay, I shot like as good as I could. I don't know that like I've got any there, but like matches that I felt like, okay, I shot plenty good enough to win and didn't. That has happened a bunch of times.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, last year against you at Box Canyon, like sure, there's shots that I'd like to have back. There's a lot of times that I was, either 8 for 8 or 7 for 8 and missed the last 2 shots of the stage. Happened repeatedly. But I was like, man, like in these conditions, like I shot pretty darn good. I, probably have a decent chance, and I didn't. You had
And the
one of those weekends.
good thing for you was Dale didn't spot one of my shots, so you actually lost by 3 instead of 2. I just wanted you to know that you thought you were in it. Dude, you weren't in it. Sorry. I still give Dale a little mess because I mean Dale is there's like 2 guys, Dale and Rusty, that I respect so much. If they called me and was like, Jeff, we need you to quit PRS, I'd be like, oh damn, well, all right, see ya. It's like they can ask me to do anything, and Dale and Rusty are awesome. So that was at Peterson, the one that you did for me, where I thought I shot well enough to win. It's like, man, that was my match, and you stole it from me. Actually, you didn't steal it because you were ahead. But I was like, man, that performance is supposed to win. That's kind of crap.
That was one of those where it just seemed like things held for me. Everything just kind of broke my way. And there was a stage, I think I dropped 4 on it. They were like pretty small Ipsics, like kind of on the back side of the range. And
from the bunker.
And no, not from the bunker, on the
on the hood, the truck.
It was on top of the Connex box.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And I took a nap right before that stage, and
Took
I
a
was just
nap?
tired. So
Okay,
I took a
fair.
little nap, and I wrote down my dope, and I was writing it in 2 digits, and it was like 4.45 or whatever, and I dialed wrong on a couple different ones, and dropped 4 there. I was like, oh, that's where my match just came apart, and I just was fortunate that everything else just didn't catch
Just
wind switches. Just one of those that broke my way.
certainly did.
All right,
So,
Derek,
Well,
Cole,
impress me.
Man, I gotta go with my man Bushman. It was kind of his home range originally. Um, he just needs to do it again. I'll go with Bushman first.
All right. Well, it feels a little bit gamey, because he's not shown here, but I'm taking. Ooh, there it was. Got to make sure I grab the right, Morgan here.
yeah. Was that? Oh, there was John Morgan production. I was like, what?
It found 5 people with MORG in their name.
what?
Popular spelling.
All right, Jeff, what do you got?
All right, I got to flip a coin here real quick so I don't show favoritism for my last two. That one, give me Tungit. Give me Nathan.
Good choice.
And I'm having to put in way too much work because Ken was useless.
Yeah.
This is unacceptable.
It's so disappointing. In his defense, it's probably their fault for signing up wrong.
Ken doesn't get defense.
Okay, you're right. He should have had Megan go through all that.
Yep.
Go give me back my my list over there. First pick. I'm gonna go Derek Warren.
Where is he at?
Yeah, you just had him right there. Feel like this is his kind of match.
Yeah,
he's definitely
so it's time for number 2, huh?
Yeah, positional match. Yeah, Derek Warren. Yeah.
Who's your number 2?
Good pick.
my number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and pull Seppo. That was what I was just debating between him and Derek. Seppo's he's on one.
I will take Katalik.
Derek's kind of crazy. We've been doing this match since 2018.
I know.
That is
I was
quite
just
a
thinking
while.
the other day.
Man, that is a good minute.
We've done 7 matches at Coal Canyon too, which is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I shot the 21 match you had there. It was a great match. I want to get back out there for sure if I can.
So I got 2 on this one.
Yep.
Two
Give me Dale
picks.
Rhodes. And I gotta go with Nick Barnard. He's gotta finish one of these. If you're listening, it's your weekend, finally.
Finally.
Well, now that you picked him when I was at the range on Sunday, he was out there having a bunch of gun problems. So,
But he's out there like 4 days a week. I don't know how many problems he's got or if he's practicing, but my cameras go off all the time, and Nick's always out there.
yeah.
There was a name that I saw down here. When Jake Sure is going to be, I should have said that, because he's, that might be one that I could sneak in a little bit later.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Josh. He's had some pretty solid finishes this year. I'm going to throw him some podcast love here. Jeff Fafa.
All right. I think I saw Ryan Adams. Yeah, let me take old Ryan Adams. I don't know if he's been shooting much lately, but he's won a match. And
he shoots this match a lot. So that's a solid pick. All right. I got 2. I'm going to go Matt Sabatka and Jake Sure. Matt's a really good positional shooter. And he has shot this match several times in the past. And what did you do?
What is going?
Where are you?
Somehow or another, when I hit Control F, it took me to a different page. That was very odd. But we have recovered
You recovered
flawlessly.
very.
Nobody noticed anything, and we're back at it.
No
Yeah.
drop shots there. That's a solid
God,
claim.
I hope we have a good editor for this.
A beamer. Of all the people that could say something to me.
I could say whatever I want.
You'd still be trying to get Bushman on this line right here.
Is it back to me now?
Whatever, bro.
Yes,
Or-
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, you're up, Jeff.
All right, man. Let me take Clayton Porter. Although Don, yeah, I'll take Clayton. I'll give.
Right in front of my face. Oh, that's I mean, card laid is a card played, but you might want to look at the class that this is in.
Oh, we're putting pressure on him. Let's get it done, Clayton.
Let's
get it done. That might be at least one of the better matches in Kansas to shoot one of those, but maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know how I didn't notice
this weekend.
There's like 2 stages he could use a bipod on, so I mean he's got that going for him.
That's something.
He should be pro, yeah.
All right, Derek, number 4 and 5.
Give me Reagan Stommer.
I should have just said that.
And then, man, just because I like watching him shoot, is Travis Cohen down the list?
Oh, yeah, he is there.
You ever watch like the running bolt?
I think he's a marksman or something.
He is the freaking smoothest bolt running guy I've ever seen.
Unclassed.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen him, but he's obviously finished very well.
JTAC student, no big deal. Just another JTAC student.
Oh, he was way better before he ever took that JTAC class.
Way better.
I don't know. You might want to check his placings before and after. Pretty stark contrast.
Dude, I love watching him shoot. Like out at Coal Canyon, I just stood behind the stage and he's so smooth with it.
Oh, that's cool.
He's very intelligent. You can tell like he just gets it, and it's not going to be long before he wins one.
Right.
I'm going with my boy Cal Zant.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Cal's been shooting pretty good this year.
Cal's been shooting great.
Since I've kind of messed it up a little bit, he told me not to get him, I think, at some point, but I'm going to take old Valdez.
No, you are not. That was my number 2, sir.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention.
He just snuck that in there.
I just wasn't thinking he'd be picked that early, so now. All right.
I know how his gun shoots.
His gun shoots amazing. I'm always jealous every time. I'll take Don Lepper.
You know, Jeff, if you're jealous, I can fix that for you.
I've thought about it.
Give you the same treatment I give him.
I've thought about it.
Can you bring us home?
I have an idea, but I want to double check. Give me a scroll. Just make sure I'm not overlooking anyone. All right. I think I'm gonna pull Trent Peterson.
Is that up here?
Yeah. I think he finished pretty solid last year, if I remember right.
Yeah, I didn't have time to look at last year's results.
Well, pretty solidly got all these in here.
Yeah.
I'm mildly confident.
Derek's cheating with all the home field guys here.
I got Jake. I got one of the homies.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to see how Derek Warren does out there.
We've got some pretty solid teams here.
I'm gonna send Derek the course fire now so he can start getting ready.
I'm sure that'll make all the difference whenever the wind shows up and you're shooting a 25-mile-an-hour headwind.
That was only Sunday. Saturday looks like a southwest, so it almost full value.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it for 1 second. Every time I've been there, it's been a headwind.
You forgot to sign up, so yeah, of course it's going to be good wind this weekend.
Because you're not there.
Yeah. He's not.
What are you gonna do?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
What are you gonna do? There's only so much disappointment you can take.
We even changed out all the diamonds. We took all the diamonds off the range because you didn't sign up.
That's not true.
No, I don't know. Yeah. You probably still have a stage named after your loving diamonds, though.
It's not too late. That's actually, thanks for the reminder.
That's all. That'll be good. Get a stage name.
Clay isn't here, but he still loves diamonds.
That's pretty good.
I've
past
named
weekend there was a stage that we were shooting diamonds, and winds. We got winds over 40 on Sunday, and we had a 178-degree pan, which Joe will probably talk about. My first shot, it's almost a headwind. I give it 3/10 left. It goes just over the right tip, just barely. So I favored just low on the left side. Goes just under the left tip. I was like, diamonds, just the diamonds.
Diamonds.
you need to shoot them like they're a circle, and then you'd be fine.
Yeah, I'll just use the middle next time. That's so much smarter. Why haven't I been doing that? I'll just use the middle of them.
That's what I do. I never have a problem at all.
Man, what a thought.
I think I remember watching you start hating diamonds at Ringneck Ranch several years back. I had some diamond targets on that out there. I was watching you shoot. You were missing around all the corners, and I think
must
that's
be
might have been when it started.
As you get better, you just start to hate diamonds.
That explains why. That explains why I don't mind them.
Like those and like coyotes and stuff. Like you make like a perfect wind call and it goes like just underneath it. And then there's the guy who misses a wind call by 4/10 and his elevation's off by 3 and he hits a foot and you're like, come on.
Yeah, the most frustrating thing ever. But you need to be happy for the guy.
Yeah, but inside,
so you gotta fake that happiness, which is hard. And
I think luck is an integral part of the sport, and anyone who's trying to remove luck is a blasphemer.
Anybody trying to remove luck is just trying to make the sport better.
That's ridiculous. All right, are we? So we'll do those picks with Ryan, right?
Yeah. Okay. About to give old D-Love the boot unless he's got something fancy to say to us.
Nope. Should be a fun weekend. I'm excited. Beamer's got a sweet course fire written up, which I don't normally say, but it's a good one.
I'm sure that's why you've been
I was complimenting the hell out of your mowing.
Well, I'm just saying, like our past, our past partnership has always been like. So now I do Coal Canyon's course of fire, and I get to write that. I get all the leniency, and we kind of co-MD it, and then Beamer gets all the Punisher because in the beginning we would both set up a course of fire. Beamer would write a stage and be like, "That is stupid. Like we're not doing that at all." And he'd be like, "Oh, I love this," and then I'd write a stage.
Whatever.
Yeah, I hate that. So I'm like, you know what? We're just going to separate this. I'm writing Coal. You can write Punisher. We'll both write them together, and I'm not going to argue with you anymore. So it's been working out ever since. I read it this weekend, and I was like, there's some sporty stages in there because it is obviously a qualifier, but, I mean, it's all doable. So,
how many drops is going to win it?
It's going to be an 89, 87% match, I think, with the wind we got coming.
I think it'll be a little bit higher. I think it'll be like 92%.
You think?
Yeah.
It just seems like nowadays they're just a little higher than you think.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was the freaking targets were tiny and like 7.
The heads
and the wind was rough out there too. So
yeah,
but
it's pretty hard anymore to even see a match that gets down into the mid 80s as far as the hit percentage for the winner. I mean, this weekend, Joe shot 90 whatever percent, and we literally had winds over 40 mile an hour. It's just hard, for someone not to have a weekend.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm erring on the higher hit percentage side, just because
I
guys
tend
just
to lean that way.
Don't miss anymore.
Yep.
I've got to a point where I don't feel like we can make targets smaller and have it still be an enjoyable time for most of the shooters
not
there.
Based on what I saw at the regional match. No.
Yeah, I would love to see, just a standard match in every single target at every distance was 1 MOA, just to see like what people can really do. Because I still think that there would be several people well into the mid 80s, if not higher, on a weekend.
It just depends on the conditions. Depends on the conditions entirely about how people could manage that. Like if and the range you're at, like if you're at K&M, Well, he does put a ton of one MOA targets up, and that's just kind of what you expect.
Pretty gnarly conditions at K&M that just doesn't usually happen to have someone, start getting below 90% there.
But if I put up one MOA at fucking Box Canyon, then I would get death threats.
I think you
it might be worse.
Like, when it's blowing 40, no. But like, I think if you had a normal between 10 and 20 weekend, I still think there'd be 4 or 5 people, if not more, like above 85.
It would be interesting.
We know what you need to do for your match next year. Just don't advertise it ahead of time so people still sign up for it.
I'll just put out that same spreadsheet that has all the target sizes, and then I'll just put Sharpie over like the day before, like, oh, sorry guys, I submitted the wrong one.
We have a couple edits in the match book.
Yeah.
I always thought a fun match idea would be like they do NASCAR. Everybody shows up with the same chamber, and everybody gets the same ammo. We have an ammo manufacturer sponsor the whole match, and everybody comes with their own chamber, their own gun, and it's everybody shoots a match with the same caliber.
That'd be fun.
That would set out who the shooters are.
That would be cool, actually.
We've talked about going and you've got, I don't remember what the dollar figure was, but it was you go to Cabela's and you buy, an off-the-shelf rifle, and then you buy your ammo there, you buy your scope mount there, you buy your scope there, and you shoot. And we had, I don't remember how many people that we had talked about doing this with, but then whoever wins all those rifles. That's what the prize is going to be.
That's cool.
We're going to do it. So somebody's going to wind up with 10 RPRs, and so but the argument becomes do you buy just the cheapest fixed 10 power scope that you can to get by, and then buy 3 or 4 different types of ammo and hope that one shoots better? Do you go for something tried and true and try to up your glass a little bit? There's a lot of different ways.
There's some serious strategy involved there. I wouldn't even know which. You could spend a lot of time thinking on that one, but that would be kind of certainly a neat idea. What was y'all's dollar figure that you came up with?
Just $2,000 maybe.
$2,000.
It was something like that, and and so then it becomes a game because if there's 10 guys and they all need 200 rounds, they're not going to have 2,000 rounds of 6.5 Creedmoor, on the shelf. So do you try to go get your gun first? Do you try to go get your scope first, your ammo? It's just going to be races. Everyone's starting at the same time in the store.
Oh, you're talking at the same store.
Y'all gave this some serious thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you clean out a Cabela's of every 6.5 Creedmoor rifle they have.
Something with a 8-power Leopold on it.
Yeah.
Somebody gets
that sales associate's gonna go home, but I had an absolutely killer day.
Yeah, how was your day, honey?
Never gonna believe it.
Somebody gets stuck with a 270 Winchester.
Yeah, but you just get core locks that hold top of plate at every distance and it works.
Yeah, you're right. I thought I was thinking of that as a disadvantage, and I was wrong. I can admit it, I'm wrong.
Yeah. So we actually had at one of our classes, a guy was shooting at 624 and shoots and misses by, I don't know, half a mil or so. No big deal. And I was like, okay, measure it, correct to center, blah, blah, blah. And I watch him. He dials in a perfect correction, sends it, hits the same spot. And so then I'm looking at his gun, is he candidate to Narnia? What's going on? And I was like, okay, everything looks good. He makes another correction and it hits on the other side, not even close. And so I was like, something's not right here. And so I get a chronograph out, set it beside his gun, and I see on the stock he's got one of those little ammo mesh flexible ammo
holder things. Yeah.
And they're core lock bullets, and I'm like, well, he's obviously not shooting those. It's a hunting rifle, but he's at a class, it's it's obviously that's not what he's shooting, right?
He's obviously not.
And so he has to get the top load rifle, and so he gets into his bag and he pulls out a box of core locks, and I was like, yep, that could be what we got going on right here. And the three shot ES was 140 something.
Oh my god.
Orgain had I'm not gonna say who this was, but it's such a funny story. So Orgain, I told him, hey man, this is what's going on. Do you have some? We're doing the class out in Levy. I don't have any of my stuff there. I was like, do you have some Hornady factory ammo? Because it was a 6.5 Creed that he was shooting. And he's like, yeah, I'll bring him a case of ammo. And we spent half the day in the classroom, so he wasn't just out there, burning rounds all day long without getting anything out of it. And so in the morning, Austin brings him a case of 6.5 Creed ammo, shooting 140s, and his gun just loved him. He absolutely crushed targets the whole rest of the class.
Saved his weekend.
Saved his weekend. And at the end of the class, Austin's like, hey, why don't you open that box and see what's in there? And I open it and I'm like, oh, he didn't hardly shoot anything. It's got all 10 boxes in there. And I was like, he's like, no, feel it. And all the boxes were empty. He had shot, I don't know, 100, 120 rounds, whatever it was, but then he just took the other 80 with him. Just replace the boxes. You put the boxes back in there, but that ammo was good. He wasn't leaving it. He was taking it home with him.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Well, the problem is you guys chronoed the rifle. You're just supposed to check the speed on the box and run it that way.
That's it.
That was the mistake. I wasn't quick enough. That's my bad. All right, Derek. Well, if you don't have anything, I'm gonna give you the old boot.
Nope. Excited for this weekend. So we'll see y'all out there.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. Have a great one, Derek. Yep.
See you soon, brother.
And here we are, Mr. Ryan McLean. And we just keep getting people on here that it looks like there's a lot of different ways to say a last name.
Yeah, there definitely is. Yeah, the McLean. Yeah, so there's multiple different ways to spell McLean as well, obviously. So,
So got the match coming up this weekend. What do you have planned?
we've got 18 stages planned. It's kind of a cool location because it's up on top of a mountain, well, fairly high out of a valley. So we tend to get some pretty interesting winds through there. It's kind of a open grass area. They actually call it Dry Lake is the area. There's a little small lake at the end of it. Well, I should say was a lake at the end of it. Now it's dry, and it's been dry for a very, very long time. So, it's a pretty cool spot. Just we shoot from one side of the valley over to the other side, and we've got some good elevation on the other side that we can shoot into. We keep it pretty interesting with most of the match is actually inside of the tree line. So you're working with some loopholes and some natural terrain, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. So we got
You don't see loopholes very often anymore.
No, I shouldn't say loophole. Like, you need to be at a very particular spot to shoot a stage. So we'll put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Which makes it a lot of fun for setting targets and stuff like that. So there's 60 plus targets out on the ranch there right now, and you can probably only see 20% of them from any one location.
Oh, that is cool. It's gonna look like a brand new match every time you go to a different stage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. We got a lot of opportunity to go and put stuff up on the mountainside as well. We've got we can shoot up to about 16 degrees up at about 750. So pretty good elevation we can shoot into, and then we can shoot. We got 3 different stages out to 900 and 1,000 yards, so mixed through the whole match as well. So keeping it pretty
Nice.
pretty fun. So it's got some pretty spicy winds up there. Being that it's on this huge valley up on top of a mountain, it's kind of hard to set up targets that are going to be generous enough for when it's windy, but sometimes it's not windy, so it's a little bit difficult out there sometimes. So we try to have a bit of a mix of some large targets for the first engagement, and then tighten it up a bit for the other ones, and just keep it interesting for the guys. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We got 144, 145.
Oh well, that's good.
So it's gonna be the biggest PRS match in Canada. So
that's
Hey,
awesome.
y'all got some stout guys. I started looking through the list last minute. I was like, whoa, that's a match right there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the squad list right now, and man, there's some shooters signed up.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked squad, pretty stacked list of guys coming out. Obviously, being an MDT match and us working for MDT, we got a pile of the team guys coming out, so which is gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be doing some filming afterwards. Obviously,
I was gonna ask you. You're gonna be doing a bunch of content.
Excellent. Been loving y'all stuff. That's been great.
Yeah.
I like that you got Pinch out of retirement here.
Yeah, well, we've got a special video set up for him, so yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So,
I do need to compliment everything that you guys are putting out on the social media side of things with MDT. It's just it's really impressive. It's good for the sport, and it's super awesome and helpful to new shooters. So
yeah, I would have
appreciate
loved
that.
that stuff back in the day.
I'm just waiting for you to come down to Oklahoma, bring that recoil fixture so I can play with that a little bit.
Yeah, that we haven't had that one out for a little while now. It's yeah, that one's a little more time consuming to get it all set up and ready to go. So, but the I think the engineers have a good time when we go and say, hey, we need to build something, and the remote triggers or other things like that. So we got some cool stuff on the go like that always. It's a lot of fun, keeps it interesting, and keeps us always trying to figure out new things to make, new things to do, new video ideas to work on. So it's been a lot of fun. Can't complain. Really can't complain about my job too much.
You've obviously recreated some shots from movies and whatnot. Do you have like a list of like movies that are like, hey, we want to try to recreate this one, you want to recreate that one?
Yeah, yeah. The one we're trying to figure out right now is the Gemini Man.
The Will Smith. I didn't see the movie. I didn't see it.
So he does this like crazy shot on a bullet train from like 700 yards away and shoots a guy in the head. It's completely BS. Like,
well, I don't know, how fast was the train going?
Like 200 miles an hour. Yeah, and the lead he had to do was just insane. So we're not going to be able to actually do the shot, but one of our designers, he has a really high end drone that can do about 120 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
So we're just gonna like show you just how fast that actually goes through your scope for one of the ideas we're working on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
it's instantly. It's not no chance at all. So
when you get done with that one, you need to do like a 360 no scope from Call of Duty.
Oh my god! throw a ladder fakie in there. Why? You gotta get some good stuff in there.
That's actually a good idea. We should start looking at some of the game stuff to see if we can debunk that. That'd be cool too. Yeah. So.
Like make sure you throw a knife while you're falling down as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So. I can't remember. I don't know why I'm blanking. It's either Saving Private Ryan or it's Enemy at the Gates. There's two snipers shooting at each other. One guy goes through the scope of the other one into the guy. I think it's one of those two movies. I can't remember.
Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a fun one to see. But also, if you're wasting the scope no matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
But you might waste it before you ever hit the front of it. You might hit the side, you might hit it on the top. There's a lot going on there. But that would be a cool one to see. Like, at what distance could you actually hit, the objective glass and make it all the way through?
So we actually did that shot at K&M a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was in a random video. I can't remember what it was. It was with Andy Slade. We did it, and we hit the scope, and it didn't go through because we had a target or something behind it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, we had it set up on one of the vehicles downrange. So it was like 400 or 500 yards we shot it at. I want to say around 400 yards or so, and yeah, it was pretty fun. If I remember correctly, we went and bought a cheap rifle at one of the local stores, and it had a cheap vortex scope on it, so we just yanked it off and shot it. So, but yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, but no, we're pretty excited to have this match going on. We've got, like I said, a pile of guys coming in from all over Canada and the US. So, I had a guy sign up the other day I thought it said Germany, but I'm not sure if he's actually coming from Germany or not. But yeah, it's we've got a good group of dudes coming out, so should be a good time.
Is it more prone? Is it more positional?
We've got quite a bit of positional. There's really only two actual prone stages. And we have got a couple of modified prone stages as well, but a lot of positional stuff. So, we went and dumped in a bunch of, put in some anchors so that we actually put in some metal barricades. So I'm sure you guys will see some pictures. We've got a huge, Lone Peak, logo barricade, which is pretty cool. Built a new steel, like a PRS barricade on there as well. And we dug in some like telephone poles and things like that as well to shoot off of. So we got some pretty damn solid props, which is cool. Plus some other natural stuff to shoot off of. We take advantage of the terrain. We get pretty big wide pans we can work with. So, there are two troop lines go down. Two of the troop lines actually go down the whole length of the property, basically, or a good part of the property. So it's a big panning troop lines. And then we've got another troop line that it goes almost directly up the whole mountain out to like almost 900 yards. So everything else is a bit of a mix. A lot of we actually don't have a single stage with one target on it. There's a couple stages, one target in one two targets in one location, but a lot of, big smalls or a combination of things. So it's going to be a good time.
Sounds like a fun one.
2-minute part times, did you say?
We're doing 110 seconds.
110.
So tighten it up a little bit, but still keep it friendly for the newer shooters. That's the thing up here in Canada. We've got a lot of newer shooters coming in. So we're kind of trying to find that balance between challenging the top guys and keeping everybody coming back. So, but yeah.
So what's the weather looking like?
It's looking on the low side for wind, but excellent weather, like 70s and nice mornings. So yeah, really nice weather. We originally had this match happen in the last weekend of August, first weekend of September last year, and the area we're in it's a high desert area, so it can get very, very dry up there, so a really high risk of fire. So we were able to, with the barrel burner match getting bumped back to March, we were able to go and a weekend later take a spot. So it worked out really well for us that we were able to get up in there. So we've been getting quite a bit of rain. It's actually a bit of rain called the next day or two. So, and then clearing off, and then the winds are going to be on the low side as of right now. But I've been shooting up there quite a bit and been up there quite a bit in the last couple months, and the winds always change continuously up there. Like we've been shooting in the morning with 5 mile an hour, and by 2 o'clock it's 15, and changing continuously. The guys we had a stage last year they shot, and it was a 16-inch square 10 position stage at like 600 yards basically. And a few of the guys said, "Hey, geez, that seems like a bit of a large target." And they got done shooting the stage and they dropped one or two, and they realized why, because it was up on top of the mountain and the winds were changing so quickly that you just can't. You just gotta you can't keep up with it sometimes. So, so we definitely have to play a game of probably run a little more generous target. Like I did the averages on everything. It was average distance was 545, and average target size was 5.2 mils, 5.5 mils. So yeah. And then for the average, and there's definitely some smaller targets out there, but like I said, we try to give a decent sized target on the first of the stage to get people get a win call and then move from there. So
checks out.
Yeah. Sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think, like I said, I think guys are gonna have a good time. It's still gonna be challenging for everybody. So hoping for around like a 88 to 92% win on it. So
well, there's definitely a few people on this list that could hit that number.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Looks like the way that Ken has got this sorted, he's given you pick numero uno.
Pick number 1A.
And
okay.
I'm third. Okay.
Let me see here. It's pretty stacked up there. I'm going to go with one.
If you double click on his screen, you can see it full screen and read easier.
I can read it just fine. That's fine. I'm on a computer, so I am going to go with Mr. Ulmer, Rusty.
Mr. Ulmer.
Emphasis on the Mr.
Yeah.
One of the nicest guys out there.
100%.
I missed out on him on the last one. I'm not going to miss out this time.
That's a solid choice. Solid choice.
It made it easy for me because I was going to have to take him because of his performance last time. But like one of my heroes, I just have to nostalgia take John Finch. I just have to take him.
I was really hoping he was going to fall through because he hadn't been shooting a lot. But man, he's a lot of fun to watch shoot.
Yeah, don't care. I'm taking him. Yep.
See, I get two, right? I got one. Give me a scroll so I can pick my second. Just to make sure. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Heckler and Corson Piper.
Two solid ones as well.
Heckler and Corson. God, I feel like I'm almost obligated to take Bertacchini since I got Pinch. So yeah, let's put Dan on there.
Well, they are traveling together, so.
Okay, well we're gonna be great or terrible, maybe. We'll see how much they party. If they party, I don't know them.
Let's throw Patty Young's in there.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
I'll try not to insult him this week.
So I'm picking up 2 more this time.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with let's go with Reister and Allen.
Where? And then you said Allen?
Yeah, Allen Ernst, the top one.
Oh, sorry. You used the last name the first time, and then
You're
first
good.
name the second time. You really throw me for a loop here.
You know, listen to what he meant, not what he said.
Chris really showed out for me in the match a couple weeks ago, so that might be the go-to maneuver here.
Go back to the well.
He hadn't led me astray yet. We're gonna rock it.
All right, I'm torn. I think I'm gonna go Trig. Let's go. We'll go with some youth.
Dang it!
Solid. Yep.
You stole that. Stole it from me.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Scroll back. I feel like there's people missing here, but
yeah, I think there's 2. I don't see
the old unclassed shooters that should be classed in this spreadsheet. Who we got here? All right, I'm not really seeing any. But jump out to me. I'm gonna go Jason Owls and Drew.
Who'd you say?
Jason Allis, semi-pro right there, and Drew Walter.
Are we picking 4?
Yep.
Okay, looks like
going
4.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man, part of me wants to. That is that Billy Redpath? Is he? Yeah, he's there. He's a marksman. Man, he did so well for me. I kind of want to just take him, but
Bay's been shooting well too. Michael Bay there, and
Michael Bay.
Yeah, he also got a.
Okay, let's take him then. Let's take Michael.
Sounds good.
I'll take some advice.
If it didn't say tactical right here, I'd love to take one of the top 5 best names in the PRS, Kevin Needsweeds. But
it's Kevin Needowitz, which I always call him Kevin with the unpronounceable last name. So
no matter what it really is, it's Needsweeds.
Needsweeds, yes.
But
yeah.
I am going with Mr. Redpath.
Nice. And I'm gonna take Chase Beckley.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of.
He shot well in Alberta there last weekend. So.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sweet.
Yeah. So.
Well, that is going to be one to watch this weekend.
Yes, that will be.
Should be a good time. Should be a good time. So yeah, we're planning to shoot 10 or 11 stages on Saturday and then finish up pretty good on Sunday there. So, and we got lots of staff. We got like 25 ROs coming out, so it's really good to see the support from the guys. We got a pretty solid group of 22 shooters and stuff in the area. So they're willing to come up and give us a hand with the center fire stuff. So it's pretty awesome that way. So
very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, should be a good time, guys. So.
Well, we appreciate you coming on and chatting with us.
Absolutely, guys. Anytime.
Yeah. Good luck with the match this weekend. Hope it runs smooth. And see who comes out on top.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
The Creed Father doing it live.
That'd be me.
Creed Father.
How's it going, gentlemen?
Good,
what's up, Ryan?
Man, good. Your internet looks like it's way better than the last time you were on.
Yeah, I got Starlink. That's good.
It takes one choppy podcast, and everybody's like, I got to fix this.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
So is there more to Creed Father other than you shoot a Creed and, playing off the Godfather, or like, what is it?
It's just dumb banter between me and my buddies that I shoot with. So I don't know. I really don't know where it came from. It was just like, yeah, I shoot a Creed, and like, I'm kind of like, I've been in the game longer than, all the guys I shoot with. So I guess I'm the father figure. So that that made me Creed father, I guess.
I don't know if that's fitting. You don't seem like, you'd be a father of that.
I was thinking it was maybe the
He
band.
seems younger.
We have
thinking-
some really weird conversations. I'll just put it that way. Pretty much every
fair.
match we go to, there's a list of things that we come up with that's just like, where did that come from? And we just laugh like crazy about it.
So you shoot a 6 Creed, what bullet and how fast?
109 hybrid at just under 3,100.
Getting it. It's getting on out there.
You can get them 120s going here pretty soon now.
I can't wait to get a hold of some of those.
Me too.
Those are going to be completely cheating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, if I can get them to group well and hold together at distance, that's going to be a nasty bullet.
What powder are you planning to use for it?
I run Reloader 16.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But
that's cheater powder, I heard.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you can't get it anymore. I think probably me and Keith Rudisil have the world's supply of it right now. But I'm down to like 80 some pounds, I think. So I only got
another couple months.
Yeah. So
that's a good little supply. That's nice.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, H4350 works pretty good too, but I've always liked the Reloader 16. That's what I've shot since I started shooting 6 Creed. I've been shooting 6 Creed since like 2019, I think. So burned a lot of Reloader 16 in those years.
Yeah.
How often do you have to clean it running that?
I used to clean it like, I don't know, every 500-600 rounds. Lately I've been cleaning more and more often. It seems to be more consistent and groups stay together better, cleaning. I try to do every 250 to 300. I'm not going to a 2-day with a gun with 200 rounds on it anymore. So it definitely seems to work better that way.
Yeah, keeps the routine, once a match.
Sorry, say that again.
Did you use the Botnia brake again?
Yeah, I did.
Sticking with that, you think, for now?
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of had a rough start to the season.
I heard, or I knew, and then when you said you'd used it, for the other one, I was curious.
So when we shot down at Clinton House, I had a brand new 3D printed suppressor on the rifle, and I was actually borrowing it from Eric Kuchon, and I shot my zero at the zero board at Clinton House, and I picked a gun up and pointed it vertical to move over to a barricade and shoot like a mock stage just to shoot out the distance a little bit. And I couldn't close my bolt. And I'm like, what the hell? So, and this is the second time this has happened to me. So I'm like, there's something in the chamber, but last time it was carbon and this is a brand new suppressor. So I'm like, I don't know what it could have been, but there must have been like 3D printing media or something in there that ended up going down my barrel. It was all through my chamber, and my gun would just not shoot after that at all. It was shooting like 1.5-inch groups. I was missing I know 1.5 inch is smaller than 2 MOA, but I was missing like 2 MOA plates that weekend, shooting off of concrete blocks and rocks and everything else. And I'm like, man, this is not good. So, I mean, I cleaned the barrel out after that happened, and I don't know how that happened, but that gun completely fell apart. I couldn't hit anything down there.
Did the barrel come back?
No, I brought it home and cleaned it, hit it with abrasives and everything. Normally I can get them to come back after hitting it with abrasives, and I couldn't get it to come back. So that one went in the pile, unfortunately, with 400 rounds on it. So
those suck.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you know a guy that could just spin you a fresh one.
Yeah. The next day I was spinning 2 brand new ones. So
no, it makes it an easier decision. I think a lot of newer guys would have just, had a barrel that sucked for a while.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, if you have a barrel that costs you one match, you should have just got a new barrel. It's $800-900 bucks. You're gonna spend $800 or $900 to go to a 2-day anyway.
It's really, really hard to get that message across, though.
Yeah,
it's so hard.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, not to mention how many components and how much time you'll waste trying to get a bad barrel to shoot. And it just, it happens. And it's a consumable item.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes they die early or you just get a dud barrel and it sucks, but it's part of the game, I guess. You just got to...
whenever somebody figures out how to tell which barrels are going to be the special ones and which ones are going to be the duds, like, that is going to be
that dude's set.
Like, yeah. I'd happily pay double for a barrel if I knew that it was going to be one of those summer barrels.
Absolutely.
Like, without question. Pay double and I'd smile all the way.
Yes.
You need to talk to Bushman and get his private selection or something like that.
Well, what he's going to do now is he's going to go, hey, I got you this real special barrel. And it's just going to be one that he just took off the blim pile. And, he just wants his double money.
Just he can see what is special.
Yeah. I can't see Bushman doing that.
At this point, I think I could see him doing just about anything.
I can't see Bushman not doing it.
Yeah.
So tell us about your match this weekend.
So it was the typical switchy Pig River wins. Man, it was kind of nerve wracking because my first stage, first target, first shot, full IPSC at 7:15, and I missed it off the right. I'm like, holy shit, it's gonna be a long weekend. And I don't know. From that point on, it was just like I felt like I sensed every wind switch that happened. I remember that I was going up to shoot the tank trap stage. I think it was 2 diamonds at 2 different distances. Everybody else was holding like 2/10 left, 4/10 left on the 2 diamonds, and I felt it switch like as I was standing there waiting for the RO to start me, and ended up holding straight up on both of them and cleaned it. And it was like all weekend. I don't know. I could just feel everything, and I was just
in the zone,
so aware of what was going on all weekend for whatever reason. And obviously that saved my ass, allowed me to win. So, a lot of guys struggled in those switchy wins, and I don't know. Just
Pig River's tough. I've shot there, a few times. Those switchy winds are just relentless.
Yeah, it's always a tailwind there, and you don't know whether to hold right or left.
Yeah, and they get to be pretty big at times. I remember that BPRC when we had 30 mile an hour winds. It can. How fast did it get up to, you think?
I wasn't near that bad, but it was still switchy enough.
Still like 10, at least up to 10, and then you get that kind of switch.
Probably 10 to 12 was the highest I saw, I think. But
that's going to be tough.
Keep you on your toes for sure. So
back to back, yeah, and then back to back on the Vortex. So you did do the back to back thing.
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Wow, I wonder if that's been done before.
I don't know. We were talking about that last time. I don't know if that's been done before or not.
Just doing Creed Father things.
Yeah.
How many rounds going that fast do you typically get out of a barrel?
I usually pull them about 1,500 rounds. They do still shoot good, but I just worry about, if you have like a little bit of vertical stringing at distance because of the BC variation from the bore condition kind of damaging the bullet a little bit. That's kind of what I worry about. And, if you don't notice it, you might slip one high or low on an animal target or something. So I just usually get rid of them at 1,500 rounds and, put them in the pile. I actually just took one and cut it down to 22 inches and put it on another rifle for, me and my buddy were at, another place right before Pig River training with some law enforcement guys. So, one of my old PRS barrels was on a shorter rifle for that because we were roughing around the mountain and stuff. So, they can be used for other things. They still shoot good. So that's usually what I do.
What's your preferred barrel contour?
I run heavy varmints with a 1-inch muzzle.
That's what I run.
But yeah, that one.
You might be the only other guy I've talked to that does run that profile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most.
Yeah.
Most I hear, yeah, definitely over an inch at the muzzle now. I would think.
Yeah, I would say like the inch 250 straights are probably the most
Yeah,
popular contour, but
probably.
I mean,
And I
all my barrels I order are for stock in my shop are inch 250s and heavy varmints with 1 inch muzzle. Seems like I do about an even number of both of those.
Yeah,
yeah,
I've had
those truck axles are not for me. I think they look goofy. I do not like them.
Yeah.
I'm going away from them for sure. Yeah,
yeah,
no way. Yeah, I'm gonna
I,
go back to I think just the CRB contour, the comp contour.
I've
Yeah.
I've only had one straight barrel, and it was probably a fluke that it wasn't a very good shooter, but I've just always had better luck with tapered barrels. I don't know if there's a reason for that, but in my mind, it always seems like there could be something to do with harmonics about it being forced down a, a taper to some degree. I don't know. It's probably just anecdote.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. It, Jeff, are you thinking inch 250 is too heavy? You'd rather have a lighter rifle at this
Yeah,
point?
it's just too dang heavy for me.
Yeah.
So I need to lighten it up at least a pound and a half, probably. Try to
Yeah.
get down to maybe I think I'm at 23 something, so I need 22 max.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at. I don't run any external weights. I have an internal weight underneath the barrel of my chassis, and I've been running a 21, 22 pound rifle for years. I don't
Yeah.
blame them that much. I like to be able to move quickly and efficiently, and you get in some of these low positions. It really sucks moving a 30-pound rifle around. So
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, you're super talented, so you can shoot a slightly lighter weight rifle. I need just a little bit more stuff on there.
a few pounds of crutch.
No, I mean, am I wrong? I mean, watching Ryan can be the most frustrating thing because he just it look I guess it looks effortless. So if that maybe the lighter rifle, you just look like you move effortlessly with it.
I don't know. I feel
I'm
like we
like,
could say
dang,
the
he
same
moves
about
good.
you, but
Well,
especially with tripod work. You're the
okay,
tripod master.
all right.
You know, Jeff, I
This is
tried a
your
tripod
day.
for you. I tried a tripod for you in North Dakota last weekend. There was 4 positions, and the wind was just blowing so hard. I wasn't sure if I could stand still. And first 2 positions, I went with the tripod, and I was just dropping shots and had nothing to do with the tripod. I felt good, felt solid, but I couldn't hit anything. And then I just got mad, and I was like, okay, tripod's done. I'm just one bagging this thing, and then I go hit the next 4. I'm like, why did I just do this the whole
Yep.
time? Like, why did I
Stick
try to be Jeff?
stick to your wheelhouse.
Yeah,
One
I
day.
tend to use a tripod pretty often as well, but
Yep.
I don't know if I do it as often as you do. But I'm trying to I'm aspiring to be like you, so
Oh, lofty
mm,
goals. Okay.
yeah.
I
Run
knew
a
you had
lots
big
of
goals, though.
I ran tripod rear in the remember that Connex on it's typically stage 2 or stage 12 with all the
Yep.
ports in it at Big River.
Yep.
I actually ran tripod rear on that one. They had us shooting out all those ports.
Okay.
And, they
What were
can
you
be
shooting at?
big, small IPSC, but
Big, small,
they
right next
can,
to each other?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
5
So,
positions?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that can be, those, those ports can be kind of shaky sometimes.
Oh,
Like,
kind of shaky. Oh,
yeah. So,
those are bad.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I ran tripod rear on that one. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, that
It
was
was
smart.
nice and stable.
You know,
I did not know you were that smart, dude. Honestly, that's a solid move right there. Sorry, man, I'm messing with you. I
No,
didn't.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's great.
we all love to get bushman crap, so I'm going to do it. He can't defend himself. At one of the last AG Cups, I can't remember which one it was. We're shooting all those circles out of like the Connex box. It's all on the far right side of the range. I think there was 3 different targets. Maybe it was just 2, but you had to shoot them out of several different windows. You started out modified prone, and then it was window, 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 and
Right.
I think it was a 12 shot stage, and I got 10 shots off, and I hit all 10 of them. And Bushman saw me do it, and he's like, "Well, Clay one bagged, and it's obviously solid. I'm just going to one bag it, but you can't tell anybody, what you thought, what you saw." And in my crosshair, it's just doing this the entire time on those targets. It just happened to hit. And Bushman just goes there and hits nothing but dirt. He's like, "Dude, like, what happened in this?" I just got lucky. Like he's like, man, I saw you do it. It just looks so easy. I just thought I was gonna do it. He's like, I don't know how the hell those are even hittable. So next time he took a tripod in there, but those I don't know what it is about the Connex boxes. Like they just seem to do this.
They do.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of them have that. The when the gun goes off, it's just nothing but
Blur.
vibration. You can't see
it
it.
rattles for 18 seconds.
Yeah, so that's
if you hit the middle, you're like, oh yeah, Connex boxes are not bad, but you miss, and you're like, well, I'll guess some direction.
Yeah, no idea where that one went. Yeah.
Well, they didn't DQ me, so I guess the bullet stayed in the range.
They didn't DQ me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a plus. Not getting DQ'd.
Well, heck yeah, that's another impressive win for you. It looks like you managed to spread a few points on old Keith in second place, even too.
Yeah,
that's a few of your wins now that you've won by at least 4 or 5, as I recall.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Heartless.
I think I won
heartless wins. I think we call those.
Well, Ryan, he's dangerous.
I had a couple guys text me and tell me I should have shot on my last stage. I should have shot 6 and then turned around and flipped everybody off and laughed at it. I was like, nah, I'm getting them all.
Yeah. Solid move.
So I'm sitting here looking, at your score so far. Where are you going to get your 300?
I just signed up for Twisted Barrel. I want to go down and shoot there before the finale.
Dude, no, I'm gonna be there. That's not gonna be it for you. What's the next one? Let's get to the next one.
So I'm on the fence about Sack Sizzler.
Nope, I'm gonna be there too. Next.
And then Peterson in August. So and then I'd like to go out to the Impact Foundation PRC in August as well. Never been to that one, so like to try that one, and then I'll be shooting War in September. So
you got a pretty full schedule.
Yeah, that's
if
some
I
good
can make
matches
it to all
there.
of them, we'll see. But
possible work stuff or scheduling issues, or
I think I mentioned last time my father-in-law is having health issues.
Oh,
so
you did. Okay,
things happen.
Yeah, you don't need to go
cancel trips. That might happen. Yep. So I'm kind of like waiting until the last minute to schedule stuff, and then hoping something doesn't happen. So,
well, I'll definitely see you at Twisted Barrel.
Sounds good, man.
Well, thank you for coming on here. Letting us take a grab at.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, congrats again on another win.
Back to back to back to back. Impressive. Well done, buddy.
Hopefully I can do 3 in a row. That'd be cool.
Oh, he's already, We may have to go to those
I'm not saying I am going to do 3 in a row. I'm saying I hope I can.
Might have to go try and play goalie.
Yeah. We'll D.
There you go.
Okay.
Playing defense.
Yeah.
Where are you guys sitting in the standings right now?
I just shot my second match of the season last weekend.
Yeah.
So
I bet I'm at least top 10 because I did have 1 win and 2 good finishes. So I'm probably, I don't know, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7.
Where are they?
You are number 4 with a 297.015.
Wow, that's surprising. Okay. Maybe it's a
we
little weaker than I thought.
Like what, 10 matches this year or whatever you had last year, 7?
Yeah, that's embarrassing that y'all let that happen.
I know.
I mean, you came and picked on me my first match that you hadn't shot since November, and you just scraped by the skin of your teeth. But Bushman, I mean, it's really his fault. He had plenty of opportunities of stopping your streak.
He did. He legitimately probably could have won the VPRC one, but that was it. I don't think that was it. That was his only shot.
Yeah,
I think he screwed up on the barricade. Then he was there. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't letting you get away with him. I wasn't out there.
You weren't there.
So I can't take the blame for that.
I'll have to find one of your matches. I need more people though to stop the podium streak. We need an army.
It was in a lot of danger with 2 stages to go. It was in a lot of danger.
I remember I wrote it down, like your last 4 stages, drop 2, drop 3, drop
Dropped
5,
5.
drop 3. Now you're going to the final stage. I mean, confidence has got to be at an all-time low.
Oh yeah, I'm just like I'm the best out here. Nothing can stop me.
Was that
Just,
last
man,
weekend?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just couldn't make the bullets hit the target. Like I felt like even when I did stuff right, I couldn't hit them, and I did a lot of stuff wrong. I mean, a lot of stuff wrong.
Yeah. Damn.
But on the final stage, when you had to, you brought in Mariano Rivera, basically, just cleaned. I mean, you had these avalanche of shots, just 2, 3, 5, 3, and then just all of a sudden, when we need a clean, there you are.
Yeah, for a 4-way tie.
That's what. Still, you kept that was to keep the streak alive, though. So
yeah, drop 1 and the streak's gone.
Well, I don't know. I felt like I saw greatness from over here. I just wanted you to know that. It's like, that's pretty great. I would have dropped 2 or 3 on that stage. And I would have taken my 7th place, and damn, there goes the podium streak. That is what would have happened for me.
Yeah, well, they'll come to an end one of these days,
I hope so.
You just wishing over there? Come on.
No, I honestly, I wasn't sure if when the time came I would root against you, but I gotta admit it, when I was at a birthday party Sunday, and I was like, God, come on, I hope he cleans this, and that was pretty cool to see. So I was rooting for it. It surprised me.
Maybe that's why I got her done. You got the good vibes out there for me.
There it is.
All right, thanks again, fellas.
All right,
Jeff.
We'll see you around. Looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Freaking outstanding shooting. I was super excited to see you come up with the win. And you've been nipping at the heels of one for a little while now. And it's really cool that you came out on top.
Sure, and we just saw him drop almost his phone as many times as he did points last weekend. So, a rare drop.
Hey,
a rare drop.
Hey, guys, wait. I am improvising like you can't believe here, trying to make this work. Just so you guys know,
Hey.
We appreciate it.
I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot to work with here, so
it's all good.
So, something whenever it was cutting out, so we all get our names mispronounced quite a bit. So, just for the record, especially since it doesn't show your last name on screen, how do you pronounce your last name?
Thielen.
Everybody always tries to go Thielen every single time.
Oh, I thought that's what he said. What was it? The pronunciation?
Thielen, like
Thielen. Got it. Okay, Thielen. We're there. Okay.
Yeah. Over here it's Thielen, whatever. You go to Germany, it is Thielen. Like they nail it every time over there.
Okay.
So I've yet to find the place where it gets nailed for me. I'm not sure if that exists or not.
I wouldn't tell you where to go. That's a toughie.
Yeah, keep it down, black letter.
Fun watching Shannon butcher that every year.
All right, Mika. The one time that Shannon did pronounce my last name correctly, he mispronounced my first name.
What did he say? I don't even remember.
He said K. He said K Blackletter, but every other time it's Blackletter. I was like, come on, man.
Well, he stayed consistent. Got to give him that. He messed it up at least somehow.
That's great. So tell us about the match, Joe. Tell us how it felt to get that win, and how'd you shoot? Obviously, you shot great, but tell us about it.
Yeah, so the match is a good field style match, which I like, right? In big pans, prone, positional, lots of wind. I enjoy shooting in the wind. I don't know if everybody knew this or not, but I grew up in my childhood out in Wyoming shooting prairie dogs and coyotes and everything. So shooting in the wind was just second nature. So I actually enjoy a match. I don't know if it's stimulating or more engaging for me to have a challenge, and the wind is always a challenge, whether it's the angle changes or velocity changes or whatever. And we had a lot of wind in North Dakota, so it was a it was just what I would call get a bipod in a bag and go to work. So it was a good field style match.
Yeah. And that's your first center fire win, correct?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. So I've been shooting the TAC division because of USPRSA and Worlds and stuff, right? And a 308, and I've told a lot of people like it is so hard to compete against the open with a 308. You're just at such a ballistic disadvantage, a recoil disadvantage, seeing everything at an accuracy, precision disadvantage. So it's so hard. So this year, picking up an open gun, I can't just, it is fun. I mean, Clay and Austin and I have had this conversation. It's the most fun I've had in a long time shooting because it doesn't seem like it's so much work, right? I get to go have fun. You point the gun at the target, pull a trigger, and you hit the target. You're like, oh, this is great. Instead of, oh man, I did everything right and still missed. So anyway, it was fun. It was a great weekend.
Last year was, eye-opening for me as far as the tack stuff goes, because we were on a stage and the wind was, blowing from the left, and it was, I think my wind columns were from between like 18 and 28, and my dope changed, half a tenth or whatever between, my high and my low, something like that. He had the same wind columns, and his dope with his tack gun changed like 3.5 tenths over that same span. I was like, oh my gosh, like you don't just have to be perfect with your wind call, like you have to like keep track of like adding and taking out elevation depending on which column you're on. Like it was crazy to look at it.
Yeah. The AJ with the 308 is more pronounced. Everything is more pronounced. It doesn't matter whether it's drift or elevation. So anyway, shooting that 308 has definitely it makes you more hyper focused on the details, right? So now getting an open gun, you can the minor details don't affect that bullet as much left or right or up or down. So it's so I hate to say this, it's so much easier to hit targets.
Yeah.
Well, that's why most of us shoot open.
Did you know when you picked up the open gun and started doing that? Did you know mentally be like, yeah, I'm gonna win a match here pretty soon, or did you?
No, no, Jeff. Clay told me, he's like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. I'm like, I don't know that I believe you because you're in that mindset, right? Your body's programmed to shoot the 308. So no, to answer your question, no, I did not know that. But picking it up and then shooting it, it took me about 3 or 4 stages, and I'm like, oh, this is fun again.
Fun again. Well, you didn't paint a great picture to switch to 308, so dang it. Well,
I'm sorry,
that's a
man.
heck of a way to
truthful.
get your kind of first center fire win. I mean, beating this guy by what was it? What was it, Clay?
It was 10.
It was 10.
It was 10.
Oh, full
10
stage.
shots.
I'm trying to make a habit of going to North Dakota and making sure that I need to shoot one more stage than everybody and clean it to be able to win. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
you just
that's
you have
impressive.
to bring a stage with you.
Yep. They're gonna start having to give me a handicap if I keep showing up there. Like my handicap right now, it does not look good.
Hey, I feel this much sorry for you. I didn't see that. None.
What?
And I'm sure.
What was your rifle setup this weekend, Joe?
So I run a Impact Action Foundation stock, ATACR. I'm a little weird. I run an old Jewel HVR trigger, and then a 25 Creedmoor topped with 138s, and it's just been CRB barrel. And this one's probably one of the purest shooting rifles that I have in a long time. It just this barrel combination shoots really, really well. You get some of those, everybody's had them, right? You get some of those once in a while that are just awesome. And this one's pretty awesome.
So, to tell a story on his gun. So, on Friday we're doing check-in, and we're shooting very similar velocities. Wanted to see how close our zero is going to be, and he's like, okay, go to the right board, rightmost piece of paper, bottom row, third target from the left. Okay, you see there's a dot out in empty space. I'm going to aim for that. And I'm like, okay, I think I know what he's talking about, but he says it pretty quick, so I'm not 100% sure. And he shoots. I'm like, it either went in the same hole or I'm not looking in the right spot. He's like, it went in the same hole. And then he shoots another, and it just gets the tiniest amount bigger. and then shoots the third one and it gets no bigger. I was like, yeah, I think your gun's just okay.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to be
I knew
happy
after
for
that
him.
shooting through that same bullet hole was pretty fun. But that gun does that right now. It does it regularly, so that's super fun. But it's pretty special. It's one of those special ones. So you have the mental confidence, right, of it, and you guys talk about that all the time at the elite level. You know, you have to have mental confidence. You have to catch a few. You have to catch a few breaks with the wind, and I did that. I'm not going to lie to anybody because I'm not. I don't see everything. I cracked me up, Jeff, a week ago, whenever when you were
Yeah.
talking about. No, I don't see everything. I just if it hits the target, I shoot again. Well, you know what? That resonated with me because I'm that way.
Awesome.
I see
I knew
I
there
see
was
I see
multiple
some
of us.
stuff. Well, absolutely, but I see some stuff. But this weekend I did. I mean, Clay would attest to this. I caught some pretty good breaks on some misses on some hard stages where instead of seeing nothing in the grass, I did catch. You know, I just bled it off the left side of the plate and then was able to make that correction and then carry it through to the other targets and hit those. So I mean, that's a fair assessment. But I knew after stage, it was that truck, Clay. It was like stage 15, whatever. We shot 9 stages on the second day, and that stage was a hard one to get through for time and hit all the targets off that truck in those positions. And the wind was cranking pretty good then. And I was like, man, cleaning that stage felt really good. And then when we made it through that, the big pan stage,
Yep.
it's a 170-degree pan, and you started on this little diamond at I want to say it ran from 500 to 900 yards, and you literally started and you were shooting 100 and almost southwest, and you ended northeast. So you were shooting 170 degrees, and the wind was on my armband I had 14 to 26 mile an hour columns, and planned on using the average, which was 20, and it was 20. But after shooting that one, it was super cool because I went up to that stage and we had the hitching rail, which nobody cleaned that stage either. No one cleaned that 180-degree stage we're talking about. No one cleaned the hitching rail we had next. And the last one was those pigs, which I felt pretty confident on that stage. So I knew I had 2 tough ones to get through with. I don't remember the lead. I don't look at scores as much as the other guys, but anyway, I just knew from looking at the cleans and stuff on them. But that pan stage was pretty tough. I mean, I think there was 2 9s. That's all there was. The whole match was 2 9s on that stage. So it was really hard. But I knew that I went through that and I had 2 different wind angles because the wind is pumping, but it would either come out of the south or it would come a little bit out of the southeast. So it was about a 15 or 20-degree wind angle change. Well, when that happens at 20 mile an hour, it's worth a lot. So I had my my more southerly direction on my arm, but I knew if it came out of the other direction, I had to add more to the first one, and then I would carry that addition or subtraction when I panned around. And I got up there and I center punched that diamond with 4/10 left, and I was like, okay, 4/10 left equals the the solution I had written on my arm. So then it was 4/10 left, 4/10 right on the next target, and then you switch the other one. It was 2 mils right, 2.2 right, and then you bled it off to about 1.8 right. So it was a huge change, but once I had those answers and that worked, I was pretty confident after that man, it's going to be pretty hard to catch me now if I can just make it through the hitching rail, which I kind of didn't do as hot on. That was my worst stage, but anyway, I had enough of a lead.
I think that was the only stage you dropped more than 1 point on.
No, because I timed out on those stupid stairs because I was going at clay speed. I just could not get in a groove and pick up the speed there. So I left one shot on the table on those stupid stairs because the wind was blowing. I just couldn't go fast, and I'm not a fast shooter anyway. But I knew after that giant pan stage that I had 2 left, and I was pretty confident I was going to end up pretty good after that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Heck yeah, that's
awesome.
It
took you about 18 stages longer than it took me to figure out that you were going to do pretty good.
Yeah, he found out late.
Well, you shot 80 matches and I'm only shot 30 some, so there's a little discrepancy.
Was there anything
as
he
well.
did, Clay, special that you noticed or anything, or he just shot great? And
he had one of those weekends where, you just do everything absolutely right. And, there wasn't any, hitting a target and then dumping it off. Like whenever he'd hit it, he would just hit a little bit more center the next time. And, at a certain point, it was just kind of like I almost just didn't even want to watch because I was like, I don't have to look towards the edges. I don't have to look towards the dirt. Like if you would have just given me a straw to look through to see the absolute middle of the plate, I'm like, yeah, that's where his bullets are going to hit. That's where they're all going. You're like, there's no reason to even think about anything else. Like it was absolutely unreal to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Jeff, on that giant pan stage, I dropped one, and I'm quite certain that the reason I dropped that was because that spool had enough movement with the 20, 23 mile an hour wind that you physically modified prone couldn't hold perfectly stable. And I meant to hold a little right, and the wind gusted, pushed me to the left, which moved my muzzle to the right, and I dumped one right off the right. I'm pretty sure I'd have cleaned that stage. Like I'm pretty confident. I was hitting those targets so center up to that
I
point.
think that's why I dropped all my 5 on that stage too. It's gotta be it.
The spool was moving.
Yep, had to be it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hear about. Yeah,
and it's just fun. I just love shooting, right? I love meeting people. We met new guys in our squad up there. Jonathan, that guy in our squad, Clay, the tall gentleman, man, he was just a gem of a fella.
For sure.
We had a great group of guys, and then obviously shooting with Keith and Laurel, and they're ribbing each other, and we're ribbing them back. That's always a great. That's
I
always
hadn't
a great
shot
time.
with them in forever that they rib each other like that. Still,
oh yeah, nonstop.
That's great.
Oh, and I don't mind making fun of Keith when I get a chance either. It's kind of fun.
He's pretty good sport about it.
Yes, he is.
He's a good sport about it.
That's outstanding. So what's the next match you're planning on shooting?
Oh man, I got so I get to shoot Chris's match up in South Dakota. But my kids have my daughters compete in volleyball at a pretty high level with the club ball thing, and a couple of them made it to the national tournament. One in Indianapolis and Minneapolis. So we got some traveling here in June that we got to do with them. So I don't have any matches until whatever his is, 20th of July or something like that, I think. So South Dakota, and then unfortunately I got to screw back on the 308 barrel and start prepping for Worlds in August. So I'll probably shoot the impact match, but I'm probably going to shoot it with 308 to get ready for September.
It really makes the most sense for everybody involved for you to shoot that 308 in South Dakota. It just, it makes the most sense.
No.
There's nothing in this for me. I'm looking out for the red, white, and blue, Joe. I want you to be at your absolute best.
That sounded convincing to me.
No, Jeff, you don't jump on this bandwagon. I'm going to THS with. I don't even think I'm going to change that barrel for that match. I'm going to shoot the same gun, same bullets, because that match is not a qualifier. And if I get one more really good score up there, it looks really good for the end of the year for me anyway. For the level that I'm at, it looks really good. So I'm excited about
same gun up there. I might have to inform Chris. He's going to make $300 less because I'm not sure that I want to take that abuse again. You know what? The worst part about all this is I guilted Joe and begged him to go with me just for him to absolutely wreck our world.
Give you another second place.
I mean, everybody can thank me for the beating that he put on because it's my fault for guilting him into going.
Yeah, Clay, you really need to rearrange your podcast studio and just get all them second place trophies up behind you. That'd be perfect.
Glad I had that was close.
You know what, Clay Blackheader?
Is there enough room for him?
This is. I don't know. There's not enough room, but if you think I'm going to feel sorry for you for all the beatings that you've given me and everybody else, not going to happen. So you'd put all them second place trophies.
He's got the superpower now. He wants scalps.
So that's what I got coming. Excellent. Beamer, I got 2 more matches and then Worlds in September to answer your question.
That sounds great. That'll be good. Heck yeah.
So,
well, there's nothing like the first one.
I know it's surreal though, right? I mean, it was kind of like, okay, we're shooting that last stage, and you're like, why do you even got to shoot this? I'm like, I'm gonna shoot this because there's a bottle of whiskey on the line. Because I was getting ribbed. Like, why are you even gonna shoot this stage? Because I want to, and by golly, I work for an ammunition and bullet company, and I'm gonna send these bullets downrange because we make more.
So
That's
not
right.
not even for my benefit, points completely aside. Like, I think we've all talked about like having an opportunity going into the last stage where you just literally don't have to fire a shot, and how cool it would be to just go up there, time starts now, and just walk off the line. And
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to convince him to do, because he had an 11-point lead. He
He
did
could have
not have
been.
to shoot it.
He could have been the
first one to
first.
do it. I
Could
know.
have been the
Would have been the
first.
coolest thing in the world.
Oh.
No, that would have not been the
Yeah, you
coolest
can't. You
thing
don't
in the
want. I
world.
don't know. You don't want to be the first there. It's like that happy.
I would love to. I would love to know if you all could answer the exact same question to the exact same shoes. None of you guys would do that either. You would shoot your 10 or 11 shots or whatever it is, guaranteed.
Whether we
Yeah.
would or wouldn't,
I would bet money. I would bet money.
It's happened. It's happened
mean-
twice, and I shot them
Sure.
both times, all 10.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Thank
too
you.
it's
Thank you,
too
Jeff.
risky. Like,
They were back there. I heard the same voices. You don't even have to shoot.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
yeah.
you never know if a
And I
stage is going to
missed
get
one
thrown
and
at or
let them.
something.
Oh yeah, I'll let them think that I missed that on purpose. I did not miss it on purpose. I just missed the dang thing. But I let them think I missed it on purpose. I was like, "Here, I gave y'all one."
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I really
there we
did,
go.
and I
That's
just
right.
missed it. Dang it! So, yeah, I'm with you, Joe. You got to shoot them all.
That's the way I feel
Yep.
about it anyway. I went there to shoot.
There
right?
you go.
So
You did it.
no, it's fun. So yeah, it feels really good. I think it's a confidence thing, right? You win one and you're like, holy cow, I can do this, right? So it
Absolutely.
was super fun. It was fun in that regard. It's like I don't want to say entered a club, if you will, but you punched a ticket, right? So you entered a club of PRS match winners. So that was fun. That's cool. Not to mention that those belts that he gave out are actually kind of cool.
Very
I kind of like
cool.
those.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, those were awesome.
I showed that to Jason Hornady on Monday, and he's like, "Heck yeah!"
Yeah, I was
He thought it was
super
great.
excited seeing those last week. They were great.
So that was fun, and the people up there are great. North Dakota, it's fun. There's a great bunch of good shooters up there. It's a lot of fun to hang out with. So it reminds me of you got Oklahoma, Kansas, South Dakota. I wish we had a match in Nebraska. South Dakota, North Dakota, they're all really good matches. I'm gonna be FOMOing here in a couple weeks because I'm gonna RO the Hornady match. So I'm not shooting it for the first year for the first time in years, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, I know I'm gonna miss it. I know it's one of my favorite matches.
I've never
sure.
shot that one, but I have RO'd it, and I had a great time ROing it. And I saw lots of shooters that looked like they're having way worse time than I did. So you might be doing it right.
Maybe. So we're gonna do that in a couple weeks, but it's a good way for us to give back to the community, right? Go help out RO, help out the match directors because obviously they put in a lot of work into it. So
yeah.
Other than that, super fun. I had a great time. Obviously, Clay and I have a great time road tripping together.
For
I
sure.
lost the pheasant deal. I talked about that. Lost the pheasant.
Destroyed him in Spot the Pheasants. Absolutely gapped him.
I haven't broke it to you yet, but I guess I'll break it to you on the show that I felt so sorry for you that I had to let you win
I
at
thought
some
about it
point.
the entire time, because about the time that I got like 7 in a row, and you're just like invested in the Navy SEAL show. I'm like, his heart doesn't really seem like it's in it anymore. But I was taking the win. I didn't care. I was
no.
I didn't even get that turnover at Arby's. I had to get something.
That's right. And Clay's true colors are coming out. I had to win no matter what.
All this talk about I'm just gonna go out and have fun.
I had a feeling those were the true feelings.
Had to get something.
Yeah. Well,
all
awesome.
right, Joe. Well, I appreciate you coming on here.
Man, thanks for having me, guys. It's an hour later back here, and we got another full day of meetings. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Thank you very much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
All right, thanks, Joe.